Hey chocolate lovers, thanks for tuning in to Chocolate Therapist TV today. I'm Julie, author of this book, The Chocolate Therapist, a user's guide to the extraordinary health benefits of chocolate, and also the owner of The Chocolate Therapist, where we make handcrafted, all-natural chocolate with no dyes and preservatives. Now, if you're watching this video, I'm going to assume that you've purchased our chocolate and wine pairing kit for two because this video is a review of this product. So let's just dive right in. First of all, you're going to want to have a few things to set up to make sure that you have a great experience. You want to have some wine glasses, one for each person that's participating, a plate, napkins, maybe some crackers, bland, boring table crackers to cleanse the palate in between, a little bit of water, again for palate cleansing, and then possibly a dump cup if you end up pouring yourself too much wine. I know some people can't even imagine what a dump cup is. Like, it's a crime, right? Do not dump wine. But just in case you pour yourself a little too much in between the pairings. Then of course you're going to want to have some wine. And I'm going to talk about these wines a little bit later. You don't have to have the wines that I have here. I just happen to have 2 whites and 2 reds, but you can kind of mix it up and do your favorites. So let's get right into the pairing box that you have. There's a copy of Dare to Pair, The Ultimate Guide to Chocolate and Wine Pairing, which is my book all about how to pair chocolate with all kinds of desserts. And there's fun information about the grapes, where they're grown, the flavor profiles. There's 40 different wines, all kinds of desserts to pair them with. So this is just an informational resource for you. Then you're going to be opening the box, and when you do, you can see there's a beautiful ribbon on that. I've actually already taken the cover off the box of chocolate in here. It doesn't come without a cover. The first thing you're going to notice is that you have a folder of information. Now, just to make it easy on you, I did put a little placemat in here so that you can put your 4 different wines. Again, you don't have to have 4 wines. I know it's a lot for 2 people, but the pairing is kind of set up to do it with 4 wines maximum. You can use 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever you want to do. So there's a placemat, place for your wines, place for your chocolate, your tasting notes, and then your own pairings. You also have a folder of information. This is basically guidelines, right? Light to heavy flavors, room temperature water to cleanse the palate. You don't want your mouth to get cold. Just some wine pairing basics in this folder. You also have some suggested wines, a whole list of wines that might go well with the chocolates that we have here, as well as basics. When you have chocolate and wine together, you want to do it nice and slow. You don't throw a huge piece of chocolate in your mouth and then guzzle the wine. It's a small bite, you get it melting, then you add the wine at the same time. So just kind of a basic overview of what you're going to be doing. So I've seen people, they just go too fast, and then this is an art. You have to slow down and really enjoy yourself. Also included a little card with information about our shop. As I mentioned, we make chocolate with no dyes and preservatives, but there's no gooey, sugary dye-filled centers either. It's pure chocolate with organic flavoring oils, so that when you bite in, you get the essence of the flavor that's going to bring up or maybe complement the flavor of the wine. It won't be overwhelming with sugar. So there's information on our YouTube station, our Facebook, and my TEDx talk about the health benefits of chocolate if you're interested. A little card for the shop, the antioxidant chart that shows how rich in antioxidants chocolate is compared to other foods. So this kind of makes it a guilt-free experience for you. A little bookmark on how chocolate is made from bean to bar. And in our regular class, I go through this whole process, but it is kind of fun to learn how to do that. I have another video on it, so check that out if you're interested, as well as a wine boldness chart. Light to heavy flavors in the grapes and where they fall in the wine boldness. So just great information for you. That's what's in the folder. Now in the box, you're going to find a lot of chocolate for 2 people. That's why I'm saying you might want to have a couple extra friends over. There are 8 milk and 8 dark chocolates. There's 2 of each kind. So you and a friend can each have 1 piece of chocolate while you're doing the pairings. And as I mentioned, there are suggested pairings for each wine in the folder of information. So this makes it really convenient. You can also cut these in half if you have more guests, although why would you want to do that? So that's one of the things of chocolate that you have in there. You have 3 different chocolate bars. The purest is 72% dark for those people that don't want their chocolate infused with anything. The traditional decadence is milk chocolate. This goes great with, of course, white wines, but you should try it with some red wines too. It's actually pretty good. And then we put in a Madagascar single origin bar so that you can appreciate the flavors of what a chocolate bar tastes like when all of the beans come from one region. It has a lot of personality. It's very different from the other two bars. So just kind of fun information for you on that. And then the last thing that you'll find in the box is a little sample pack of cocoa nibs and cocoa beans. Now you can eat the nibs and beans, and if you want to go through my How Chocolate's Made from Bean to Bar video, you can see why they're so good for you and why they're rich in antioxidants. So that is everything that you have in your kit. Now as far as the wines, what I chose today was a sweet wine, a Riesling, a sweet white, a dry white, which is a Sauvignon Blanc. We have a kind of a moderate red, the Grenache, and then a big blend, 19 crimes. But I'm not paid by these companies, I'm not endorsing them. This just happens to be a really wide variety of wines, which I like to do when I'm pairing chocolate. I really think the best way to do it is get your favorite bottle of wine and just try every single chocolate with it. Because then you're gonna see which chocolate really brings up the wine and vice versa, which two complement each other. But as I was saying, when you do it, you're just gonna wanna take a small bite of chocolate, get it melting, add the wine at the same time, and then note how the flavors change. Now, when you pour your wine into your glasses, just a short pour, about 1 inch in the glass, and this is a tasting glass, it's not very much wine, and the reason is chocolate's kind of filling, and if you're having a huge glass of wine and all of this chocolate, you're gonna get full before you can get through the entire box. So just a small pour of the wine. It's your wine. You know you're gonna be able to drink it when it's all over. So don't drink too fast and then fill yourself up with wine and chocolate before you've gotten through the whole pairing. It's just a short pour. Now you can do the wine and chocolate separately if you want to, right? Maybe you're taking a bite of chocolate, you swallow it, then you add the wine, or you're having the wine first, and then you add the chocolate later after the wine is out of your mouth. You can pretty much do it however you want. There are no rules, but I like doing them together because it's a little bit more entertaining, right? Take the risk. That's why I named my book, Dare to Pair. Just do it, right? It's your life. Take that risk. Have those chocolates and that wine in your mouth at the same time so you can see how the flavors change. Now I'm gonna have links to all of these products below. If you like the video, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to the station because I'm always doing something fun and amazing and exciting with chocolate. It makes you feel good. And let's admit it, in this world right now, we all need to feel a little bit better. I'll catch you on the next episode, Chocolate Therapist TV.